Well, don't worry, we've got more Bannon here. His story is, we will not comply, and you will not destroy this republic. I'm guessing, what do you think he's going to say? A lot of tactical Navy terms in this one?
Yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well. Merry Christmas, and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Hey, by the way, where are you in Oregon?
I just want to know where to send the Predator drone.
Okay, we can pull the thing from the casino too. I want to play that. The casino that played this, that played it live. People were going crazy. I want to bring in now Jared Schmeck, who did. So Jared, why did you decide to?
Oh, this is the dude. Okay.
Stan, walk us through this, because right now you're getting crushed by the by the mainstream media, and actually the race car driver's getting crushed too. So walk us through what happened.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're not getting crushed. I mean, the MAGA is supporting you, and that's not what crushed feels like. Crushed is when you actually get, I don't know, something heavy falls on you, the death of a loved one, something like that. When people call you an asshole on social media, that's not crushed.
Yeah, so, I mean, it was innocent enough at the beginning, honestly. NORAD is,
Yeah, it was innocent enough. It was just the president, doing a little thing for kids. It was innocent in the beginning, but I was the guy who decided to interject the "fuck Joe Biden" concept.
All right, every year my kids and I do. It's become a tradition. They just want to know when Santa Claus is coming to our area.
And I thought, hey, why don't I just, in the middle of this Christmas thing that is apolitical and sort of something that the country does, and especially all these folks who want the country to be supportive of Judeo-Christian values, that the White House makes a big deal out of Santa Claus for kids and all that kind of stuff. Why don't I just leave that well enough alone and try to support the idea of it? Nah.
When I called, the volunteer who picked up told me that First Lady Biden was taking calls and asked if we wanted to talk to her. I frankly assumed it was going to be a pre-recorded Christmas message or something similar, and I said, sure, why not?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, fuck you anyways. I mean, it is Christmas after all.
And told my boy to start filming it just in case it ended up being legit. Yeah, they both picked up the phone. It was clear that it was not a recording. I didn't know it was being live streamed at that time, and throughout the conversation, it popped into my head, and I guess.
And I'm a douchebag, and I wanted everyone in the world to know that this whole thing that I do with my kids every year for Santa Claus and Christmas and all that kind of stuff is really just bullshit. That all the things that I allegedly stand for in my Christianity or my belief about Christmas is all just garbage, and none of it's true. And I was like, how do I make that clear to people as fast as possible?
This is history.
But it's in that moment, right? That critical moment when people, I see this.
Yes, that critical moment. The moment where you make those little moments when the hero arises in the middle of a Christmas celebration to be that. Who could be that drunken asshole on the couch at the Christmas party that just starts a fight over fucking nothing while everyone's singing Christmas carols? Who would be that person? What a shock that it would be the guy in a MAGA hat.
All the time in politics and business and in the media, that people either they just don't take that move. You actually took it. What was in?
Yeah, most people, when they're at the Christmas celebration or at the Easter egg roll or Veterans Day or anything, they don't take an opportunity to take partisan pot shots, especially when there's kids around. And why don't they do that more often? Oh, right, because other people are relatively decent and trying to just be good human beings, but not maggots and not anybody who'd come on Bannon's show.
When you realized you actually said that on global television.
Well, yeah. Once I realized it was on global television, I was pretty surprised, and I have to say I thought it was pretty darn funny.
Well, right, because you think Christmas is bullshit, and you and Steve Bannon and all folks like you have been trying to gut it from the inside forever. That's what the whole war on Christmas illusion is all about.
Really good laugh about it. And I mean, I know it was said in a joking manner, in a humorous manner, but it's a very serious thing. And I mean, it was one way for me to like, man, I got a chance right now to voice my disapproval of this man and his administration. And
Well, here's one of the ways you could have done it is when they said, "Would you like to talk to the president and the first lady?" You'd say no, and you could have told stories about that. Like we had a chance to talk about it. I was like, "Nah, I don't want to talk to this dude. He's not the real president. Why would I even think that?" You could tell your own little story instead of being an international fuck up.
What is
so I'm
what
proud
is
of it.
what is that? What is
Thanks,
that?
sweetie, 246.
You're John Q. Public. What is that? What is that disapproval? Can you define that for us?
Yeah. I mean, for me, Let's Go Brandon is, and I've said it in other articles. I am a Christian man. It's for me, it's God first.
Bullshit. I mean, I don't know what version of Christianity exists where you lack that much like gentle charity in those moments and you actually piss it away and pridefully pat yourself on the back over it.
Foremost, I don't follow any one man blindly. Some of the media is run.
Excuse me, you're not wearing a John 3:16 hat, fucko. That's a fucking Trump picture. Or some shit behind him. It looks like it's like he's doing Trump finger paints behind him. You're wearing a MAGA hat, bruh. It doesn't say Jesus on it. You do blindly follow one man. You didn't say, you literally did not say, Jesus saves. You absolutely follow one man, Donald Trump.
With that and said I don't support Donald Trump. That's absolutely false. Donald Trump is my president, and he should still be president right now.
With that, I don't blindly follow someone, but I am blindly following someone. And given an opportunity to show my faith, I basically blurted out a vulgarity undercover because I'm too much of a coward to just go, "Fuck you, you're the fake president. This never happened." Click, Baba Booey.
Was 100% stolen. So I just want to make that clear.
Yeah. Oh, no. We know you're dumb too. I mean, we know. Okay, so hypocrite check, dumb check, liar. Because again, I don't see a cross anywhere in this. This dude is labeling himself a Christian, saying it's the most important thing to him. I don't see anything back there. Do you? At least Mike Lindell has the decency to wear his gang symbols on his, on a necklace or, at all media opportunities.
But Let's Go Brandon is more than just F Joe Biden. Let's Go Brandon is.
Yeah, it's also F Joe Biden, from a nice Christian standpoint.
It encompasses the entirety of our frustration with Joe Biden, the administration, the leftist mob, the cancel culture, the mainstream media. They're the ones who made this a thing. And
does it encapsulate the January 6th rioters who beat police officers or left pipe bombs around? Does it encapsulate the guys who smeared shit on the Capitol walls or stole a laptop and tried to sell it to the fucking Russians? Does it encapsulate the January 6th insurrectionists who told their judge during a video bail hearing that they would spill more blood if they were let out, and that's why their bond was denied? Does Let's Go Brandon encompass that as well? Does it encompass the fact that Trump is pretending to run for office in 2024 so he can sap money out of you fuckers? And then he's going to announce that he absolutely isn't because he would have to split with that money to do it. Or that he pardoned Steve Bannon, the guy you're talking to, for bilking Trump supporters out of millions of dollars for a fake Build the Wall project. Is that rolled into that? Is it rolled into There was no infrastructure bill the entirety of the Trump presidency. There was no health care plan the entirety of the Trump presidency. Is it that he takes credit for the VA Choice Act, which Obama signed into office, into law, rather?
We're able, as conservatives, we're able to find humor in this, but there's terrible things going on.
That was an interesting edit. Why'd you cut him off?
In a more plain-spoken way, I don't think the case against Joe Biden's illegitimate regime could be laid out any better.
Oh, okay. So that guy's he's a simpleton. We had to cut away because he said some shit that was going to get, he probably mentioned Dominion voting machines.
That is just an average American citizen. That is that's the
Well, no. I would go with below average. Because your average American citizen, if you actually believe in the country, is a fairly decent person who would pass up an opportunity to be a shitheel on a Christmas call. That would be the average person. Somebody who would do that, what you just had, or would even go on your show knowing that you built maggots out of their money to build a fake section of wall and would be in jail for it right now if Trump hadn't pardoned you for ripping off his own supporters. That person who would come on that person would be below average.
Of this country. That is what's taken over school boards. That is what's going to precinctstrategy.com, taking over precincts. That's what is now taking over the election.
Yes, they're going to precinct. Okay, hold on. Now we got to look this shit up. Oh, I see. I don't know why, but for a moment I thought they meant police precincts. Oh, I put one extra S in there. Sorry. Oh, is it .org? Sorry, did he say .org? Hold on. All right, I don't know what the fuck. It didn't show up. I looked.
Controls and getting in the room and making sure the votes are accurate. That voice right there is what the entire power structure in this country fears. It fears that because that's an away.
No, it doesn't. The quote unquote the entire power structure in this country. By the way, if indeed they exist, this whole like fucking deep state horseshit we've been dealing with left and right for a long time. They couldn't stop Trump from getting into office, and they couldn't fucking keep him in. No matter what side you think the deep state is on, apparently it's always on the opposite side of you, whatever the shit that means. And they simply do not exist. 1 second, hold on. I don't have this. Okay, my page reloaded over here. So and if they do exist, if the pentavolate is true, they don't give a rat fuck about that dude saying let's go Brandon. If Biden can shrug it off, you think like George Soros woke up just fully standing up in bed like Nosferatu and went, someone said the phrase, dear God, the sunlight has hit me.
That's an American who's gone through the Great Awakening. That is someone that can sit there as an average citizen, doing their job, supporting their family, going to work.
So they're an average citizen. You're not. By the way, just for the record, Steve Bannon does not consider himself average.
Every day, that understands, that is woke to the real issues of the day, And
oh no, Republic woke.
As soon as, and I pledge to you, as soon as we can make sure that everyone understands this political.
The Fed's doomsday prophet has a dire warning about where we're headed. Yeah, as the doomsday prophet, one would think so. Hold on. I don't know, like they were probably referencing this. The Fed's doomsday prophet There you go. 14 hours ago. Last time America suffered a long and controlled period of inflation, Thomas was a mid-draw cleaning. This is the article he's holding on. The Fed's doomsday prophet has a dire warning about where we're headed. Dear God. Thomas Hoenig knew what quantitative easing and record low interest rates would bring. Oh God. He doesn't look like a rebel. He's a conservative man, soft-spoken, now happily retired at the age of 75. He acts like someone who has spent the vast majority of his career, as he has, working at one of the stealthiest, most powerful institutions in America, the Federal Reserve Bank. Hoenig is all the fiery disposition that one would expect from a central banker, which is say none at all. He unspool sense blah, okay, blah, blah. This makes it more surprising when Tommy is, in fact, one of America's least understood dissidents. In 2020, Hoenig was president of the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City. As part of his job, he had a seat on the Fed's most powerful policy committee, and that's where he lodged one of the longest-running string of no votes in the bank's history. Hoenig's dissents are striking because the Fed's top policy committee, called the Federal Open Market Committee, or FOMC, doesn't just prize consensus, it nearly demands it. The committee likes to present a unified front to the public because it is arguably the most powerful governing body in American economic affairs. Hoenig's stranding of distance shattered the appearance of unanimity at a critical, important time when the Fed was expanding its intervention in the American economy to an unprecedented degree. It has a hinge point in the American history, and the economy has never been the same since. Yes, it has doubled in its value in the last decade, and we recovered from 2008, and the Fed made a profit. Between 2008 and 14, Federal Reserve printed more than $3.5 trillion in new bills. To put that in perspective, it's roughly triple the amount of money the Fed created in its first 95 years of existence. Who gives a fuck? They were intentionally strangling it. Maybe, just maybe, it was the Fed riding the brakes for a long time that put us behind a bunch of other countries that were building infrastructure, and we could have been further along. 3 centuries worth of growth in the money supply is crammed into a few short years. Yes, and in a few short years, all the power of a smartphone has come into function. The money poured through the veins of the financial system has stoked demand for assets like stocks, corporate debt, commercial real estate bonds, driving up prices across the markets. Hoenig was one of the Fed leaders, voted consistently against the course of action starting in 2010. In doing so, he pitted himself against the Fed's most powerful chair, Ben Bernanke, blah, blah. Hoenig lost his fight through 2010. The FOMC votes were routinely 11 against 1, with Hoenig being that one, and he retired from the Fed in 2011. After that, a reputation hardened around Hoenig as the man who got it wrong, right? He's remembered as something like a cranky Old Testament prophet who warned incessantly and incorrectly about one thing, the threat of coming inflation. But this version of history isn't true. While Hoenig was concerned about inflation, that isn't solely what drove him to the largest string of dissents. Historical record shows that Hoenig was worried primarily that the Fed was taking a risky path that would deepen income inequality, stoke dangerous asset bubbles, and enrich the biggest banks over everyone else. He also warned that it would suck the Fed into a money-printing quagmire that the central bank would not be able to escape without destabilizing the entire financial system. On all these points, Hoenig was correct. No, he fucking well wasn't. These points, what would deepen income inequality? In the last 10 years, the bottom 50% have gained $3 trillion in wealth. The stoke dangerous asset bubbles. Yeah, just because the stock market wants to fuck around with stuff because they have more money to do it with is not anyone else's fault who needs money to actually build businesses and things. Tighten the rules about this. This has nothing to do with monetary availability, and enrich the biggest banks over everyone else. Like, this is just this is cartoon ideas of what, like, it's bankers. This sounds like it was written by Dan Aykroyd's character in Nothing But Trouble. I never let a banker go. We are now living in a world that Hoenig warned about. No, we're not. Fed is now in a vice. Inflation is rising faster than the Fed believed it would even a few months ago, with higher prices for gas goods and automobiles being fueled. No. Just gas and automobiles. The goods part of it, that's just, they just threw that in. What the fuck does goods mean randomly? This comes after years of Fed steadily pumping up the price of assets like stocks and bonds with 0% interest rates, quantitative easing. Well, they're tightening that. That's why they have a strategy to go back up. After Hoenig's time at the FOMC to respond to rising inflation, the Fed has signaled that it will start hiking. Yes, right. But if that happens, there is every reason to expect that it will cause stock and bond markets to fall, perhaps precipitously, or even cause a recession. No, because they're going to go on the data and they're tapping the brakes slowly. They're not going to just jam their foot on the fucking brake. There is no painless solution. Well, then why even bitch about it? Honig said in reason, it's going to be difficult. The longer you wait, the more painful it will end up being. Well, then the idea that they're starting the taper and that it will cause problems is exactly what he's calling for. So shut the fuck up. To be clear, that kind of pain that Honig is talking about involves high unemployment, social instability, and potentially years of economic malaise. Why? Why? Because the funds that we were talking about for a long time were in narrower and narrower hands, and now it's widening out. By the way, can I just I'm just gonna, you guys know I will sometimes get down into a fucking hole with some of this stuff. Let me show you the most horrifying piece of video that Steve Bannon and all these. Let's see. I'm gonna have to dig this one up. Give me a second. History. I watch so much shit, so it's going to take me a second to go back and dig this. Let's see. Especially with all the stuff that we watch. Lord Almighty. I think it was Sunday, yeah. Hold on 1 second. Please party amongst yourselves for a moment while I find this video that I saw this weekend, which is hysterical. And there's all the stuff my kid was watching. Let's see. Oh, let me see if I can do this. Stocks, smooth. Whoops. Yeah, this is the, hold on. Check this shit out. So let me make sure you know something. This is Bloomberg Market and Finance. This is where this is coming from. Everybody knows what the conventional wisdom is on inflation. That's what they're selling. That's like, you will hear nothing from Steve Bannon except shitting on mainstream media all the time. The conventional wisdom is always they're trying to manipulate you. It's the powers that be, and the left-wing media is trying to da-da-da-da. And yet he carries the exact same water about the economy and the economic pictures everybody else does, as long as it's bad, right? So this is a piece of video I saw this weekend. I was going over stuff about like inflation and kind of looking up things. Listen to this. Like, you want to hear Steve Bannon panic? Play this clip for him.
This market, you look at this year, an unlikely rally, I guess, by some measures here. Do you see this strength at all continuing into next year?
Absolutely. The remedies that we put in place to counter the COVID recessions, they were so substantial. We had massive stimulus, right? We saw $5.8 trillion in fiscal stimulus. The Fed expanded its balance sheet by more than $4.5 trillion. We'll be left with a legacy of those policy responses well into the future. We know monetary policy works on a lagged basis, and fiscal policy has still resulted in high savings rate. And so I see smooth sailing here for the next couple of years.
Fiscal policy has been
smooth sailing for the next couple of years. I mean, Christ, look at the fucking stock. And this is the Fed dude going, there's too much money. There's too much money in the world. Now, granted, China and other countries are trying to pay off their U.S. bonds and get the fuck out of the U.S. bond market by paying them off early, paying penalties for, taking their money out and basically we don't end up paying them interest at all when they do that. So they just go, oh, yeah, here's your money back, or give us our money back and we'll just call it quits. And you got to pay an extra fee. So we'll still make money on the deal, but they got to give us our cash back. And that's what's happening with the Chinese are just getting out of the U.S. bond market. And yet, there's too much money out there for people to spend in the United States on other stuff. We're the fucking currency of the world.
In the back of the concept of money and the politics of money, you will.
Yeah, keep talking, dum-dum. Fuck, man. This is like, for me, when these kind of videos come up, this is like me watching the movie Limitless. Like, I wanted to like the movie Limitless, the one about the smart drug, where he takes the drug and all of a sudden he's super smart. And I was like, God damn it, I hate it when stupid people write smart people movies, because I can outthink the main character from the moment he takes the drug through every plot point. That shouldn't be possible. If at the minute he takes the drug, no, it should be the world's greatest mystery point every time a story shift happens. I shouldn't be able to go, oh, well, oh God. It's just aggravating. It's aggravating to me. Do you understand? It's aggravating. And this is the same thing.
Understand populism. You will understand economic nationalism. And you will.
KSI Blind says, Housebarks felt that way about the butterfly effect. Exactly. It's literally about chaos. And you're like, that's not chaos. It's a pattern. It's a distinctly visible pattern.
Understand how we have to come to grips with it.
I do. Yes, it's true, kids. There's an argument to be made. How the fuck did I get over here? Son of a bitch. How to get me back over where I'm safe? This is just dumb. You guys trying to kill me over here? This is a bunch of bullshit. Keep talking, you dung heap. Christ almighty. Get some sleep. Drink some water. Do some fucking thing.
In order to have our great traditions and have traditional America back, right? And this is...
Yeah, yeah, man, that's what you need. Traditional America back, where, somebody wishes you a Merry Christmas and you go, fuck you. That's a great American tradition. Why, God damn it. If Jimmy Stewart was alive today, he'd be yelling, let's go Brandon, as he run. Hello, let's go Brandon, movie house. Let's go Brandon, cinema tech.
Oh, they're going to say they want a white Christian. No, this is every ethnicity, every race, every religion.
Yeah, except
bound together as citizens of this great republic. And we're winning. We're ascendant.
Yeah, you're absolutely winning. You look like a winner. You look like you lost the shampoo wars. For one, I think you're losing a battle with your fucking liver. That's abundantly clear. Christ almighty, man. I can't believe I'm saying this, but lay off the fucking cupcakes.
That's what they hate. And what they hate most of all is not Donald Trump and not Tucker Carlson, not Steve Bannon. Yeah, they hate all that.
Wait, why? Hold on. One guy is a fake billionaire. The other guy is an heir to like $1 billion fortune and is basically the shit sheep of the family. Why are you in that group? You got a podcast in front of a fucking mantle. The shit are you talking about? You're not even in the same league as those, except I guess you all belong to the same asshole club. Is that the point you're trying to make?
What they hate most is Jared Schmeck and that voice.
Is it really? Yeah. We don't hate Trump for all of his bigoted bullshit and his rambling, incoherent, nationalistic horse shit, and we don't hate Tucker Carlson for his like anti-Semitic and anti-American rantings to support fucking Vladimir Putin, or you and that what is that ant mound? It looks like a dachshund shit on your temple. What is that? Get it checked. For fuck's sake, man.
They hate it. They hate it. They detest it. You're supposed to sit there, keep your
Not as much as your aftershave.
mouth shut, go about your job, pay your taxes, let your pension funds be used to destroy you, your family, and future generations. That's what they want.
What? Wait a minute. Why the fuck do they need that guy's pension fund? Wait, the fuck? You think he's in a union? Jesus Christ.
They want. And guess what? That's not what they're going to get. That they're not going to get that. They're not going to get that. We have not yet
get what? They're not going to what? They're not going to get Jared Schmuck's fucking pension? Boo fuckity who. There's another $1,200. Maybe we could buy some towels to set a missile on for the Department of Defense.
Fight. Okay, the greatest traditions of our naval service and our country.
Oh, here he comes with the fucking Navy terms.
And every patriot and every patriot grave on every battlefield. No, we will not comply, and you are not going to win. You're not going to destroy this republic. You've tried.
Well, no, nobody's trying to destroy the fucking country. I love how he goes, you're not going to destroy this republic. Yeah, Republicans. Hey, notice how he didn't say this country. Notice how he didn't say fucking America. What he means is, when he says you're not going to destroy this republic, he's saying you're not going to destroy his fucking stranglehold on the Electoral College. That's what they're shooting for. That's what that shit's about. Eat a bag of frog assholes, you creep.
Okay.
I'm kidding. You look like you already did. You look like you are a bag of frog assholes.
You've got very close, but the history is going to show you did not succeed. You did not succeed because of the decent heart.
No, you did not succeed.
People that make up this country, working class people.
That's it. That's your whole fucking Christ. Is everything? Way to go out with a whimper. Holy shit. Sorry, excuse me 1 second. Anybody got one of those shots they used in Pulp Fiction? I feel like I'm going to fall asleep into some sort of like Lewis Carroll level dream state. With it. Bore me more, you lazy fuck. I'm back.